Muy bien, amigos, hoy día empezamos este séptimo episodio de su podcast preferido en el bar La Vida es más sabrosa como mi cosa. Y como siempre, junto a mi amigo, el chino, no, perdón, Irving. Me estoy copiando. Él me ha dado la oportunidad de presentar hoy día. Y hoy día tenemos un programa muy especial porque tenemos a un special guest, a un invitado especial que de verdad me ha sorprendido cada vez que yo lo he visto aquí en el barco. O sea, es impresionante todas las cosas que él hace y hoy día queremos compartir con ustedes todo el trabajo que él viene haciendo. Algunas palabras.
Bueno, amigo, gracias por tan tremenda introducción del séptimo episodio, de verdad. Yo decía, el chino tiene que introducir, guarda ahí. Tiene que empezar el séptimo episodio esta vez. Y para qué, está muy chévere el programa de hoy. Estamos con un solo micrófono porque no hay más presupuesto. Todavía no hay presupuesto para tener más micrófonos. Si se suscriben y nos dejan su like, su comentario, YouTube nos va a pagar algún día para poder tener más micrófonos. Y si les gusta, por favor, también den like, comenten, compartan y toda la cuestión. Así que ya saben. Pero nada, vamos a estar compartiendo también con otra persona, como ya lo dijiste, y esperamos que se diviertan. Oye, mira. Ahí está llegando alguien. ¿Por qué? ¿Pero por qué? Ya dijeron que ya no iba a venir nadie. Yo pensé que estaba... Ah, puta, no. Me equivoqué, sorry. Oye, mira, te voy a regalar... Mira, yo sé que tú tienes... Como andas siempre ajustado de dinero. Un poquito ajustado siempre de la plata. Mira, yo te voy a regalar, mira, vamos a dejar aquí y mira, ven para acá. Dame tus manos. Oh, ¿de dónde cayó? Oh, ¿de dónde cayó eso? ¿De dónde cayó,
Este es malazo para hacer trucos. Malazo para hacer trucos. Malísimo. Es por eso.
Lo aprendí en YouTube, papi. Oye, me puse a buscar trucos para impresionar a mis amigos. Pero bueno, yo sí sé de alguien que sí sabe hacer trucos.
Cuéntame.
Pero antes de esto, les queremos informar que a partir de ahora el podcast se va a hacer en inglés porque nuestro invitado no habla español. No se preocupen, para los que no entienden mucho inglés, aquí abajito van a ver unos subtítulos bien bonitos que el chino los va a escribir. Así que, let me introduce everybody, our special guest tonight in the podcast en el bar La Vida es más sabrosa, John. Un aplauso para John. Sean, welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. You can talk in the microphone.
Yeah, one more mic. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So hi guys, how are you all doing? My name is Shan, and thank you so much for inviting me on your show. Means a lot. Thank you.
It's our pleasure, my friend. You are here with Chino and me. If you are the magician on board, you work for cruises, you work for Carnival. How long you've been working for with Carnival?
Well, this is my third contract, so it's been almost 2 years now. But as I said, this is my third contract. So yeah, it's been going quite good actually, to be honest. It's been a
Okay.
very interesting experience.
Yeah.
And
And normally, how many months of contracts magicians do on board?
so usually we have like around 6 months contract. Sometimes it's around 7 months as well. But it's usually 6 to 7 is good thing to say, Yeah.
Okay, so ¿tienes alguna cuestión? Do you have any question for our friend?
Okay. Sean, my pleasure, my bro. Again, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Alejandro.
I know him in my last contract. Yeah, my bro. When did you start your work about like magician?
Well, I learned my first trick when I was like 9 years old. Actually, that was also the first time I ever saw magic. And
Wow.
it was more like, a self-working trick. You know how basic card tricks are, mathematical tricks where you have to count certain cards, like put some cards here, there. So a lot of procedure-based magic. But that's how I started initially. And that sort of, ignited the curiosity in me to learn more magic. So then I later on, it was more like a hobby thing for me for a long time when I used to just practice sleight of hand, mentalism, this and that, like understanding psychology, a little bit of acting as well. So combining all those things, then I realized that it's actually a very interesting profession as well. So just like around 5 years ago, I decided to go full time, all in into this particular thing, and it's been an incredible journey so far.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing, Sean,
thank you.
amazing. But it's the first time I know magicians on board. Not a lot, but
Mhm.
maybe 5 or 6. But it's the first time I watch in my life mentally tricks. It's
Mhm.
these tricks are amazing, really.
Thank you.
And well, you can show maybe some tricks to today in our podcast.
But first, um, before we start with the tricks, slow, papi, slow. Before we start with the best part of our podcast, I want to ask you, how magicians apply for jobs on board on ships.
So there are actually what you say two particular ways through which anyone can apply for the job. So basically there are what you say two different types of magicians. So like there is the one position that I'm right now on. It's called table artist. It's more like walk around close up magician, and our main job is to perform in all the dining outlets in the promenade region near the bars, and like entertain the guests, keep them engaged, and at the same time know like how their cruise and everything is going on. So that is like our main part of the job profile. Then there's something known as fly on magicians, which like people who are purely into stage magic, those people can apply for a fly on performer. But again, fly on performer is there's a different selection criteria. You have to come through some agencies, you need to have a manager or a management firm like who can handle your hiring. But for table artists, Carnival hires on their own. So you can find more details on their website. And there has a different interview process. You have to go through, different types of. You have to like show a few things that you know, and the interviewer will ask you a little more questions about your past experiences as performing, even performing not just in general, but performing for kids, performing for adults. How do you deal with different situations? So those are the things that they ask us in the interview. So yeah.
That's interesting. And do you know, or do you count how many tricks do you know? Or how many, yeah, how many, how to say, tricks is the name, right? Is
Yeah,
the
you
right
can
name?
call it tricks. Some of them, I think even like spinning a ball, is also a trick. So
Okay.
we don't usually call everything trick. We
Mm-hmm.
call it effects or
Effects.
routines.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So because some of the things, it's more like a flourishy thing. Like juggling
Mm-hmm.
is like some of the elements. Like as I said, if you're spinning a ball, a plate, it's more like a trick. It requires tremendous skill, but it can be called as a trick to some extent. But then in magic there is certain elements of psychology involved as well. So if you like combine those things, people usually like to call them effects. So but I'm honest with anything, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you count how many effects do you know
Oh,
in
that's
your
a
life?
good question actually.
Yeah.
I've never counted, to be honest, but definitely a lot. Like if you come to my home, you'll find a big space filled with magic books, magic DVDs, lectures. So it's hard to like give a number, but a lot of books, definitely, that's for sure.
Okay. I have another question. How would you describe magic? So it's kind of um, I will say I don't know if this gonna sound like maybe rude, but it's kind of shit people. You shit on the people because people are not concentrate. How do you describe the magic?
That's actually a very good question. I think it needs to be, I think it's a very good way to make people aware about the art form in general. So I think um, magic is an art form. It's purely for what you say entertainment purpose, and yes, we do cheat, but the cheating is for fun. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to
yeah.
scam someone. So there's a very thin line. I mean, at the end of the day, I heard this very famous saying. I forgot who actually said this thing, but probably have to look it up again.
Yeah.
But there was a really famous magician. In fact, one of my favorite magicians, Scott Alexander, also mentioned this, that
Okay.
a magician is not someone who just performs tricks. A magician is an actor who plays the role of a magician.
Oh wow.
It's also a director who is writing or directing the routine. So we play different roles. We are just playing a different character when we are performing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you have any question?
Okay. Well, now is a time action time.
Okay.
Maybe if you wanna show
I would love
some tricks for our crowd,
I would love to. I would love.
we are ready for you.
Okay, I would love to show you all something really cool.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? We will try something with. We'll start with you, Alejandro.
Okay. Okay.
So, Alejandro, I want to think of a 4-digit pin code in your mind right now. Okay, you have a 4-digit pin code in your mind.
Yes.
Interesting. We will try something with that pin code, right? I gave you a piece of paper. I asked you to write it down. I asked you to go for. I didn't want to go for your personal pin code. For obvious
Yeah,
reason.
I remember.
So you just generated a random, maybe 4 or 5-digit pin code, and the piece of paper is still there in your pocket, correct?
No, it's
It's okay. You gave it to Franco,
in
but
pocket.
nobody knows about it. You never
No.
showed me. You never
Yeah,
did. I never
yeah.
touched it, correct?
So,
So-
let me explain.
Mhm.
Sean, al inicio de mejor dicho, antes del podcast, previo al podcast me pidió que yo ponga 4 números en un papel que por cierto él no vio y ese papel yo lo arrugué, lo puse así chiquitito, lo doblé y se lo di a un amigo que se llama Franquito y él lo tiene. Ni siquiera él lo vio. El director de cámaras, Franco Segoviano. Y el día de hoy me dijo él que durante el podcast me va a adivinar qué 4 dígitos yo puse. Ok.
Okay, so we'll try to guess this pin code. Okay, so
Oh
but
my
before we do that, let's start with a little bit of warm up. It's very important for me to know how you're
Okay.
thinking, and I have something to give it to you all. And I've actually bought it here with me. I'm pretty sure you all must be familiar with what you say, a dice, correct? A dice has like
Dice.
6 sides, 6 numbers, correct? I'm gonna
Yes.
give this to you. Now here's what we're gonna do. Okay, think of a number between 1 and 6. Keep it on the table, okay, and then cover it with your hand.
Ok.
I'm gonna look all the way over there. The camera is recording. I'm not looking anywhere else, correct? So I'm
Okay.
gonna hand you the dice. I'm gonna look that way.
Okay. I choose the number. in
Yeah,
the dates?
keep it on the top. Let everyone around you see it, and then cover it with your hand.
Okay. Okay. Okay, but I cover with my hand, right?
You cover it with your hand.
Okay. But I show in the cameras, okay?
Okay, you keep it
Okay.
on the top so that everyone can see, and
Okay.
then you can cover it
I
down.
I choose this number.
Yeah. Okay, is it done?
Okay, I cover with my hand now. It's done.
Perfect. So you all saw the number on the top, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alejandro, think about this number. Coffee or tea, quickly.
Coffee.
Blue or red, quickly.
Blue.
Interesting. Last time someone who went for blue coffee, they went for the number 3.
Oh my
Is that number
gosh!
3?
Oh my gosh!
Now, some people think that it's
This is
because of the
real!
specs. Nowadays there's a lot of technology, special specs. I'll remove my specs. We'll do the same thing again. Think of this time. Irving, think of a number, keep it on top and cover it up. I'll remove my specs. I'll close my eyes as well.
Ok, me está pidiendo que escoja un número y que lo muestre y lo ponga sobre la mesa y lo la tape con mi mano, ¿ok? Ahí está.
Is it done?
Wait. Wait. Le estoy enseñando a todos. I'm showing everybody. Okay. Now it's done.
It's covered, right?
Yeah, it's covered.
Perfect. Think about this number in your mind. I'm going to ask you one question. Be very honest with me. Let's go with blue or green.
Green.
Interesting. I'm getting 2 numbers. I'll be very honest with you. I think you went for the number 5. Okay, I'll tell you how this sort of works. I asked you very quickly, right?
Yeah.
Now, blue has 4 letters, green has 5. Since you answered quickly, subconsciously your mind went for green and not blue.
So you're kind of reading minds.
Sort of. I'm just relying on different principles to see how you're reacting and how that gives me the idea.
Can you guess how many how money I have in my card?
Probably we'll try that. But even better, how about we guess the spin code that Alejandro is thinking of?
Va a adivinar el
Okay,
pin.
Alejandro, you never told the spin code to anyone, right?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna do one thing. Think about the numbers in your mind, okay?
About the numbers.
Okay, don't say anything, do not react. I'm just gonna count from 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you play poker? You play cards?
No.
You have a good poker face. I think you should play cards.
No, I don't know to
I
play.
mean, he kept a very straight, neutral face. You know,
Yeah.
I'll be very honest. I'm little confused here, but I'll still give my best try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, I can see some movements in your eyes and your lips. I get a few ideas. I'm gonna write down something. Let me grab my.
You need the mic. Ahora lo que él va a hacer es adivinarme el número que me dijo
So,
él que me
I'm
iba a
gonna write
adivinar
down- yeah.
durante el podcast, antes de que empiece esta edición de este episodio. Él me dijo que me iba a adivinar.
Y es de verdad, nadie lo ha visto.
Okay, I'm gonna write down something. Just think about the first number. Alejandro, what's the first number? The first digit.
I
You
told
can
you
tell me. Yeah.
0.
Okay. Well, don't tell me the other numbers. I'm gonna try to guess it. Think of the second number in your mind. Think of the third number. Very good. And think of the fourth number. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna show them. Okay. I'm not showing to you. For the first time, can you tell us what is all four numbers?
La second number or 4?
All four numbers. All four.
0, 7, 0, 7. It's too much. Esto es demasiado. Es en serio. Él no lo vio. Fui el único que agarré ese papel. Yo escribí con ese lapicero y se lo entregué a Franco.
Es más, puedes enseñar el papel que tiene.
I can show the paper.
Yeah.
can show the paper.
Franco has it, right?
Franco va a enseñar el papel que le dio.
Miren, les presento a Franquito. Él es director, Franquito Segoviano. Aquí. Miren.
Actually, it's correct.
Let me put a little bit closer. De verdad que esto es increíble. Y no solamente esto, sino que fíjense que en el papel tiene mi firma, my sign. O sea, él me puso, me dijo que ponga los 4 dígitos aquí y acá me puso la firma. Wow, Sean, you are...
Thank you. Thank
Give
you.
a round of applause for
Thank you,
Sean,
thank
please.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
My bro, for far, you
Thank you.
are the
Thank
more
you.
incredible magician on board.
you
Really,
so much.
really,
Thank you.
really, my bro. It's incredible. One other question. Well, we have a cookies. If do you want?
I'll definitely have one after.
Yeah,
in
for
some
$1,
time.
Cheers. First one, cheers with you, my bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tell anybody this is vodka, okay?
Okay.
It's
Cheers.
not vodka. Okay, it's vodka.
Wow, man, that's amazing, John. And in your family, do you have people like practice this kind of magic?
No, I'm the only one in my family who has actually pursued this craft. My father is a scientist. My mother is a doctor. So
Oh, but
yeah, but nobody in my family is. Everyone is in a very different field. So, but I was always, sort of passionate about this craft in general, about psychology, sleight of hand, misdirection, body language reading, even acting to some extent. So I think as a magician, I get to study and experience all these things together. So that was one thing that I liked about this thing.
okay,
this craft.
talking about the ship life,
Mhm.
working as a magician. How many hours do you work a day? By day, every day. How many hours do you work?
So it depends on C day and non C day, but on average I would say around 7 to 10 hours, depending again on C day and non C day. So if it's a
Okay.
sport day, the schedule is little bit relaxed. I get time to practice, rehearse my things, so that is a good thing. On C days, it's little more busy considering I have to perform in the morning as well, something during the brunch. It's a very tricky situation because in the morning is not technically the ideal time for magic
Mm-hmm.
because people are just tired from there. They just wake up, right? So I have to be sort of very much think about it while approaching someone. But I help them over here in the other dining room activities like seatbacks and all. And then we also have like kid shows on C days. So like we have 3 kid shows that we have to do. So that
Uh-huh.
is something that is also there. So C days are a little busy, but
Uh-huh.
I think it's a pretty interesting job profile to be honest because we get to, as I said, we get time to practice new things, meet new people like every week. So that's one of the best things, as a performer I can ask for.
So, have you ever found or find someone on ships or while you are performing
Mhm.
your effects that that person actually discover like or get to know how do you do what you do? Like like let's say that I'm also a magician. I will
Right,
say, I know what you're doing
right,
because like I know how it works.
correct.
Have you ever found someone like that or not?
That's an interesting question. I have actually found a lot of such people. In fact, I've met some famous other magicians as well who were here as guests,
Uh-huh.
and in my past ships actually. And I've also met like other hobbyist magicians. So it's always a very different experience to perform in front of magicians because
Yeah,
they might know a few things, but having said that, they might not also know a few things that you know. So it's a very interesting game of chess in a way. But there is also this saying that when you start practicing magic, there's this curse that you carry with you that you cannot enjoy magic.
yeah,
So when I see a lot of other performers, our mind automatically goes into the back end of how it is happening, even though we try our best to avoid that, but still it works. And we cannot experience the moment of astonishment that like everyone else does. So that's what I call the magician's curse in a way, that I cannot
Mm.
experience magic. So whenever some other magician performs something really mind baffling, that fools me, then that is the best feeling in the world. But yeah, so as you said, like whenever I meet other magicians as well, like there are a lot of things that I keep only for magicians. So if you're a magician watching this show, and if you happen to meet me, I'll show you something crazy. Okay, next time whenever we meet.
Oh, wow. ¿Tienes alguna otra cosa?
It's almost the same question, almost, but it's not the same. Uh, Maybe someday you did s- um, some mistake in
Mhm.
your tricks.
Mhm.
Have you ever done some mistake?
Yes.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm human, right? So it actually
Yeah, I know.
happens a lot of time. In fact, I have seen a lot of famous magicians, sort of mess up a effect on stage, even on big stages like TV shows like America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent. Like, even though you know like normal person may not find what has gone wrong, but magicians can sort of spot it that something is off. But having said that, a lot of times when we come up with effects, we also have a backup in our mind. Sometimes we even don't have a backup as well, so we have to like come up on the spot, just like how stand-up comedians are. Like whenever you might find someone in the crowd that you're not prepared for, he like asks you something on the spot. But stand-up comedians like improvise on their own on the spot, right? So it's something similar in magic as well. So effects do go wrong sometimes. I wouldn't say all the times, but sometimes, maybe once in 100, maybe it might go wrong. Not entirely, little bit, but sometimes you're prepared. Sometimes we have to find a solution on the spot. But it's quite fun. Yeah, we need to improvise on the spot. That's for sure. Yeah.
Amazing, my bro.
Yeah.
Well, if you do you have one more question? Or?
I want to see another effect.
Another effect.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
done.
would
Let's
say-
let's do this.
Yeah, please.
Now, you see, in the beginning, I asked you to, think about your favorite travel destination.
Yeah.
You never told me this. You never even
Yeah.
told it. You never told this to Alejandro. I think
Anybody.
you only told it to Franco, right?
yeah, my director.
Yeah.
Franco
So
Segoviano.
only two of you know about this place. Nobody else knows about
Nobody
it,
else,
correct?
yeah.
So I want to imagine that you're actually traveling to this place right now. Okay. Now let's say you land, you just boarded your flight, you go there, you travel to this place. You can feel the smell in the air. Every place has a distinct
Yeah,
smell.
yeah, yeah.
I think we can relate. Like we travel to so many different places,
Of
correct?
course.
So imagine you can feel the smell in the air. You can feel the temperature. If it's a hot place, think about the sun, the humidity, or whatever it is. If it's a cold place, think about how it is. If it's a beach area, think about that scenario in your mind. So I hope you're getting my point, correct?
Yeah.
So imagine all that. And can you think of any particular location in this place you're thinking of, like a very famous location? I'll give you an example. So, for example, Paris. Paris, an example, is famous for the Eiffel Tower. So, can you think of something like that? Any famous location in your place? Yes or no?
Yeah, there is one.
There is one. You can think of that as well.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't remember how it called how the name. But I'm thinking about it. The
Okay,
famous place.
if I like, could you draw something? If I ask you to draw that thing, would you be? If I give you a piece of paper, can you draw that?
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, you know what? I won't do that. I want you to draw that image in your mind right now. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And think about the place as well. I'm gonna write down something.
Okay.
I won't show it to you, but I'll show it to everyone else. Okay.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. Okay, I've written down something. I'm gonna show it to the camera. I'm gonna hide it from you so that you
I'm
can't
gonna
see.
close my eyes. I'm gonna close
Okay.
my eyes.
Should we show it to this camera as well? Okay. So for the first time, okay, I've written down something. You cannot see what I've written down.
Yeah.
Can you tell us in your loudest, clearest voice
My place.
your place?
Egipto.
Egypt?
Egypt.
Let's find out what I've written down.
Gente, adivinó. I explain in Spanish. Adivinó lo que él estaba pensando y tanto a él y a mí nos hizo poner a mí un password y en el caso de Irving un lugar y él acaba de adivinar prácticamente sin que le hayamos mostrado. No, okay, I showed the paper.
Okay.
No,
No,
the paper
we broke
Yeah.
it, tore it somewhere. Yeah.
Incluso él puso el nombre y rompimos ese papel, lo desaparecimos. Y ahora lo adivinó.
Okay, so we're gonna do the last effect with Sean before we finish our podcast. We hope you are having fun with this special episode. So what do you have for us, Sean, in our last effect?
So far we did, purely mentalism, which is like sort of pulling someone's thought from their mind. How about we do something visual? And for that, I've got something interesting inside this bag. Now, any guesses what's inside this, guys? Any guesses?
$1,000.
A burger.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll give you all a hint. One last hint. It's a famous, colorful toy, a puzzle.
Un consolador.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll show it to you what's
Show
inside
me
this.
what is in there.
I have
Oh,
a Rubik's Cube. Not just
Rubik's
one.
Cube.
In fact, I have
Two.
one more Rubik's Cube. Now, here's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to mix up these cubes. In fact, Alejandro, I want you to mix up the cube. Okay, as much as you want. Right, mix it up really well, okay? In fact, as you're mixing up that cube, I'm going to mix this one. And Erwin, I would like you to say stop whenever you want, okay? As both of us are mixing the cube.
Okay. So I should say stop when I want. Stop.
Right there. Okay. Well, yeah, you can
yeah.
stop. Perfect. Now, we have two cubes. We'll do one thing.
Yep.
Uh, you know what? Mm, I want you to mix up one as well. Point to one. Which one? That one? Okay, take this one. I want you to mix it up, right? Mix up really well. And I'll mix up the other one. And this time, Alejandro, I want you to say stop. Okay?
Okay. Stop.
Right there. Okay. So two different cubes, right?
Okay.
Now we'll do one final choice. Once again, Edwin, point to one of them. One of them. This one? Okay, I won't even touch this cube. I want you to cover it with your hand. Okay, cover it with your hand. The other cube, I'm gonna try something very interesting, guys. Ready? I'm gonna keep the mic on the table. Oh, perfect, yeah. I'm going to unmix this Rubik's Cube. Okay, I'm gonna go like this.
Close.
I'm gonna go like this. As you can see, I'm just trying to turn the Rubik's Cube. And any guesses what we are doing with this cube? You know, if you notice that this Rubik's Cube, you will see that even though the colors are not being formed, but you can see certain patterns on the cube. And if you notice carefully, done. You see this cube is mixed, but it is also solved. You know how?
Oh.
Let's find out.
No.
If you
No
look,
way!
it's
No way! Oh my goodness.
I was covering the cube all the time with my hands. He couldn't see what I had. How?
you can see all 6 sides. I'll show all 6 sides. A
Oh my
complete
gosh.
match.
It's amazing. Give it out of applause for Sean. Give it out of applause for Sean. Really. My bro, really.
But-
It's my okay.
But you know, I have one more surprise. I know you might say this is not magic, it is just skill, right? It's just practice. But you know, even before Alejandro, when you mixed the cubes, you like stopped, you chose any cube. I mixed one more cube in my cabin. A bigger one. And if you notice,
No.
they match completely.
Oh my goodness. Hey. Por favor, camarógrafo.
They match completely.
Tenía uno adentro que está hecho tal cual nosotros. No.
¿Qué clase de
los
magia
aplausos.
es esta? ¿Qué clase de magia es esta, brother?
Loco.
Okay, in fact, let's end it in a special way. And okay, in the audience, is there anyone in the audience who has solved a cube before? No one? Maybe someone in the chat who has solved a Rubik's Cube before? Anyone? Nobody? Anyone who would like to solve? How about we use some magic to solve these cubes? Ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
No. Oh my gosh. Give it up. No hay nada dentro. Miren. No, esto es increíble. Give it up, los aplausos for Sean. One more time. One more time.
Solo en el bar La Vida Más Sabrosa pasa esto.
De verdad. Es increíble, Sean.
But maybe
More.
we can
more.
we can take it a step further. How about we have someone from the audience solve a cube this time? No, I will make you solve one. Yeah, you just have to trust your imagination. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, you know what? I'll probably stand on this one. It's fine. Okay. You can join me here.
Ayúdale con el micrófono.
You can sit down as well. Anything is fine. Whatever is comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna give you the cube. You know what I want you to do is take the cube behind your back and start turning like this. Now when you're turning, yeah, just turning. And when you're turning, it's important you close your eyes and you imagine the cube is getting solid. It's all in your imagination, okay? So if it doesn't work, we know whom to blame. I'm kidding. Okay, take a deep breath, completely relax. Look at the camera, close your eyes. Okay, and bring your hands behind, okay? And as you're turning the cube, whenever you think it is getting solved, whenever you think it is solved, I want you to bring it forward and they all will go crazy for you. Whenever you think it's done, I want you to open your eyes.
Yeah, okay, I'm ready. Okay, can I bring it forward?
Open your eyes first,
Open your eyes.
then bring it forward.
No, 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 no.
¿Qué es esto?
Show.
Te doy un beso ahorita.
¡Oh! No,
Enséñale,
enseña, muestra
enseña
esto.
enseña la cámara.
No,
No way.
no.
There you go.
Loco. No, you are crazy. He's so crazy.
Check your
He's
bright
insane. He's insane. Really.
Can you put more money in
Give
my
it up,
driveway?
applause.
I can disappear it if you want.
Oh wow, big round of aplausos.
Thank you.
No.
Tremendo. What a great I don't know time we had in this episode. So Sean, you are
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
You are amazing, really. One more time, please.
Thank you.
So, do you have social media, something where they can follow you?
Yeah, my social media is actually my actual name, which is shantanu.magic. So they can put it in the
Yeah, I'm gonna put
on the
it-
video because I know it's hard to pronounce.
Yeah.
So my nickname is Shan, but my actual name is shantanu.magic. That's my social media handle.
Okay.
And I'm active on both Instagram, Facebook. I upload videos there. So a lot of unique, cool videos. So if you like magic mentalism, do give it a follow.
Wow.
In fact, for all the viewers of this video, if you guys like this, what's the target you are looking for? How many likes or comments?
100.
400,
100.
100, 100,
100.
100. If this video gets 100 likes, next time I'll come here again. But next time I'll learn Spanish and I'll perform a trick in Spanish.
Oh,
For you
wow.
all, okay? So make sure you like so that
Ya sabes, si
I
llegas,
have to learn Spanish. I would love to learn Spanish,
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
honest. But next time we'll perform a trick in Spanish for you all, okay?
si llega a 100 likes este video, él ha dicho que va a aprender español y va a hacer en el siguiente episodio o en algún próximo episodio unos trucos en español. Así que, por favor, denle like a ver si llegamos a los 100 likes. Great time, great job, Sean. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being with us.
My pleasure.
Y gracias a todos por ver este episodio, de verdad ha estado muy... Aquí todos lo hemos pasado súper, nos hemos quedado realmente sorprendidos de todo lo que hemos visto. Y de verdad espero que ustedes también estén sorprendidos de todo lo que vieron. Y bueno, si quieren practicar magia, ya saben, aquí hay trabajo en el barco también para magos. Un fuerte abrazo para todos y nos vemos en el siguiente episodio de nuestro podcast en el bar. La vida es más...
¡Sabrosa!